Hey everyone, it's Jordan Faith. Today I'm doing a pretty different routine from my normal. I'll be using one gel and applying it with raking and scrunching. This is actually the way that I styled my hair in this video from a long time ago, and I'm finally getting around to sharing it with you. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I'm gonna take you through the entire process like I normally do, so let's head to my shower to get started. Here we are in my shower. I am starting by getting my hair completely soaking wet, and today I am using my Formulate Personalized Shampoo. I am taking a really generous amount of this. Honestly, too much, but I got a little bit carried away. And I'm rubbing that between my hands a bit and then spreading it all over my scalp and gently scrubbing with my fingertips to get a really nice deep clean. This shampoo is really gentle and a little bit moisturizing, but still very lightweight, which makes it work really well for my hair. It has an amazing lather, especially if you use way too much like I did. Then you will get an excessive amount of bubbles and suds. And after I've thoroughly scrubbed my scalp, I am just going to squeeze that excessive amount of suds down the lengths of my hair. And this is all I normally do to get the lengths of the hair nice and clean. They really don't need any scrubbing. Then I rinse the shampoo out completely, making sure to gently scrub my scalp as I rinse so it all gets washed away. And then I am taking a generous amount of the Formulate Personalized Conditioner. And when I say a generous amount, I mean a very generous amount. If you watched my original Formulate video, you might remember me saying that I have to use quite a bit of this conditioner to really be able to detangle well. And I reached out to my Formulate team about getting a formula changed to see if maybe that would help me not have to use quite as much of my next batch. And one thing that they said to do when I told them that I thought maybe it needed to be a little bit more moisturizing was that I should try using more. And I had already been using more than I normally use with other conditioners. So I did take their advice and start using a little bit more, but I thought I was using enough. Here I used about double as much as I used in that other video, and it worked extremely well. I still think that I'd like to be able to get away with using less than that big palmful of conditioner, but I'm still on my first bottle, so we will have to see how any changes and tweaks they make work out when I get my next shipment. After I have thoroughly finger detangled, I'm going to go ahead and do a really quick squish to condish, and then since I forgot to do it before I squished to condish, I am running my wet brush through just to help make sure that water and conditioner is thoroughly distributed and everything is smoothed out really nicely. And since I worked that conditioner through my hair really thoroughly, I felt that it was nicely conditioned and I didn't need to leave it on, so I just went ahead and rinsed it out right away. And then I just popped it into a shower cap so that I could go out into the other room and show you the styling process. I'm taking it out of that cap and then brushing through it with my fingers and the Perfect Hair Care brush. You can see that I don't have any snags, I don't have any tangles. There's nothing in my hair right now except a little bit of water. I'm raking my hair off the back of my head and then taking a scoop of the Super Look Extreme Hold Gel to style. And I am just raking that through all of my hair and scrunching and pulsing. You could absolutely do this on soaking wet hair. There's no reason that you have to wait till it's damp if you want to rake your gel in rather than apply it with praying hands and scrunching or some other way. But I wanted this to take a little bit less time to dry, so I decided to do it with my hair between damp and wet. It was a little bit more wet than what I would call damp, but it was definitely not anywhere near soaking wet like I usually style it. Of course, I am making sure to turn side to side and scrunch and pulse in all directions so that nothing sticks to my head and everything looks uniform all the way around. And I am adding a little bit extra gel to make sure that those back sections get as much as they need, and scrunching and pulsing. And then I am taking a t-shirt to Microplop. After microplopping, I am just grabbing a little bit more of that gel and scrunching it in for extra hold. You can see that my clumps are a lot smaller, and this routine is a lot faster than my normal routine. This is just a really quick and easy way to style. All right, I diffused for 20 minutes like I usually do, and then air dried the rest of the way. And my hair actually dried pretty quickly this time because I didn't style soaking wet, and because I didn't clump my waves. And originally, once it was completely dry, the ends of my hair did have a crunch, but that was a few hours ago now, and I had to do a lot of errands. We're in the process of moving right now, so I went and picked up a few appliances with my husband and had to clip my hair up because I was sweating bullets. And so I went out in the Georgia humidity and got sweaty. But anyway, that is real life, and that is going to happen some of your days, so I am going with it. That crunch worked itself out as I was doing all those things, but I am gonna flip my head over and give my roots a really good fluff. And these are the finished results. This is a really different look from what I usually go for. It's not as consistent, it is a little bit more stringy. It has more frizz than normal. My waves aren't as defined, but I do have a little bit more volume. Although, as you know, I am volume challenged. And something I just put together, which I should have put together way sooner, is that I haven't had a haircut in quite some time, and my hair has grown out a lot, which especially makes a difference in my layers. So now that my shortest layer is pretty long, I don't get as much bounce, so I don't get as much volume. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. I think it was just because I was focused on the fact that it is summer, so it's very hot and humid, and so I just thought that was causing all of my problems. But my hair growing out is definitely affecting that as well. And so now I'm torn, because I want to grow my hair long, but I also liked that volume. Looking back, I feel like I took that volume for granted. I definitely have way less volume now that my layers have grown out. So let me know in the comments what you would do in this situation. If you would just let it keep getting long, or if you would cut and relayer. I don't really have enough hair to let my hair keep growing long and just add more layers because the bottom gets too thin. Anyway, overall, I'm not gonna call this a failed wash day or anything like that. I'm not gonna say this is what you should not do, because everyone can do whatever they like to get the look that they want for their hair. I will say that for my normal routine and the way that I like my hair to look, I do enjoy styling soaking wet and taking the time to clump my hair so that I get those nice big shiny curl clumps. But I like this look as well. It's a little bit less done, a little bit more beachy. It did take a lot less time to dry, like I said, because it wasn't done on soaking wet hair and I didn't get those big curl clumps. But I think it still looks nice. It might not look as nice as I usually get it to look, but I don't need to hold every single hair day to this standard way up here, and neither do you. I wanted to do this routine to illustrate that and to show you what those techniques that I usually shy away from do to my hair. It may be different, but it's not bad. In fact, I would love to know what you think of these results and how you think they compare to my normal results. Even though I did all that work out in the heat and humidity, my hair feels very, very light and clean. My scalp still feels amazingly nice and clean. I love that feeling, especially since I've been so busy. I've only been making time to wash my hair once a week instead of twice a week, which is my ideal. So hopefully I'll be able to get back into that twice a week routine because that schedule just makes me feel a lot better. But I love this nice clean scalp feeling. It makes me really, really happy. I know this video has been a little bit more chatty than they usually are, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a glimpse into my life right now. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this and follow along my journey, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Remember to love yourself fully and faithfully, and I'll see you next time.